Alright, today I'm going to show you how to repair a hole in your backpack. On my last hike in Colorado, I put my bag a little bit too close to the campfire at night trying to dry it out, and I got an ember that landed on it and burned a little hole in there. And it's not that big, I mean, you know, it's not even the size of your fingernail. But eventually that thing's going to widen out and, you know, get all blown out, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to repair it now, and what we're going to do is patch it with the same kind of fabric that the backpack is made out of, which is Ripstop nylon. And I bought this large sheet on eBay for $5 shipped. And I'm going to cut that out to a little bit larger size than the hole and seal it up with seam grip. Alright, first thing we're going to do is cut the fabric to the size we need. Now I've got this small square cut out. It's a little bit larger than we need. What I want to do is I'm going to cut it into a bit of a circle because the edges are just going to get torn off anyway over time. So there we go. We got a small circle here, about the size of a quarter. I ended up cutting two circles, one for the inside, one for the outside. Might as well make it a little bit more robust. So next what we're going to do is take our seam grip and just apply some to the back of both sides. Okay, now I'm going to spread the seam grip on the back of this thing. Okay, now it's time to put this patch on. It's not an exact color, but it was really close. Alright, now I'm going to put the one on the inside on. Now that that's on there, what I'm going to do is I want to put a little bit of pressure on this because it's going to take a while to dry, and I don't want to sit there and hold it the whole time. So I'm going to roll this down a little bit and put this clamp over it, but that's only really going to get it on one spot. So what I'm going to do is take these poker chips and set it on each side and then put the clamp on it, and that way there's even pressure along all of it, and hopefully that's enough to get a pretty good seal on there. I could put a little more seam sealer on there, but you know, after I get this in place and set it up, I think it'll be good. Okay, so that's on there, and now we just let it dry. And when I take that off, I want to check that and see if there's any spots that doesn't look like it's sealed up very well, but I think with the pressure on this, it's going to be pretty good. So I'm going to let that dry overnight. Alright, it's been about 24 hours now, so I'm going to take off the clamp and have a look and see how this hole looks. And because I use these poker chips, they are stuck on there, which I kind of figured they would be, but you know, if I didn't have anything sticking out of the side, you know, the edges might not have sealed very well, so I wanted to make sure that there was enough material, or enough of the seam grip protruding out of the sides of this patch to seal all of it. And you can see some spots aren't great, but if we need to, I can go over this by hand and put a little bit of seam grip around the edges here, which I'll probably do. And there you have it. It's pretty obvious there's a patch on there, but you know, it beats having a hole there, because that hole is definitely going to get all blown out after putting gear in it and things after a while. So, and there's the inside of the backpack.